Good day everyone, I am Grace Sheila Nicer and I'm the last reporter for the topic Brunner's constructivist theory. So let's begin. Categorization. Brunner gave much attention to categorization of information in the constructive of eternal cognitive maps. He believed that perception, conceptualization, learning, decision-making, and making inferences are all involved categorization. So, categories are rules that specify four things about objects. The first one is criterial attributes. It required characteristics for inclusion of an object in a category. For example, an object to be included in the category of a car, it must have an engine, four wheels, and be a possible means of transportation. Let's proceed to the second rule. The second rule prescribes how the criterial attributes are combined. The third rule assigns weight to various properties. For example, it could be a car even if a tire was missing, and if it was used for handling cargo, it would be shifted to a different category of truck, or perhaps a van. And the last rule is, the fourth rule sets acceptance limits on attributes. Some attributes can vary widely, such as color. Others are fixed. For example, with a car without an engine is not a car. Likewise, a vehicle with only two wheels could not be included in a car. In the next slide, I will be discussing the several kinds of categories. So, the first category is identify categories. Categories include objects based on their attributes of features. The second categories is equivalent categories. Can be determined by affective criteria, which render objects equivalent by emotional reactions, functional criteria based on related functions. For example, a car, truck, or van can all be combined in an inclusive category called motor vehicles. Or the last criteria is biformal criteria, which for example in science, law, or cultural agreement. For example, an apple is still an apple whether it is green, red, ripe, or dried. The third and the last category is coding systems. Are categories that serve to recognize sensory input. People interpret the world largely in terms of similarities and differences.